20 years ago, the world fell to shit. Cities put up walls to protect themselves and threw the criminals out so they could fight over what was left. But there are humble motherfuckers like me delivering cargo from one walled city to another. And that's where the cars and guns come in.
Give me the package, man!
So if I'm here, then the exit is... Oh, they have a Foot Locker. Oh, son of a...
Welcome to New San Francisco. I want to hire you. Pick up a package, bring it back. I can make your every wish come true. So, John, what do you wish for?
Toilet paper, 2-ply.
I think I can do better.
3-ply?
Kill it!
All right, Evelyn, let's deliver this package. It's rude not to introduce yourself before pulling a gun on someone.
Oh, this is rude. If you put the gun down, I'll drop you off as close as I can to where you're going.
She's quiet. She don't talk
Motherfucker, eat shit.
much.
You have no idea what's out east.
Even the people trying to bring the law back are dangerous.
This is our land. These are our roads.
And they're gonna have to go through Vegas. We both know who rules Vegas, John.
Hi, everybody.
I've never seen anyone cut off a human head and catch it as good as that.
This is gonna be fun. Peekaboo.
This never happened to me before. Really? Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh my God, it's DMV.
What's down the red line? Cool. Screams.
Shalom. Call halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM.
20 years ago.
YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of His only begotten Son. In the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon camp down here in Tampa, Florida. And I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the whole elect scattered abroad. And real quick, I want to go into this video. This is the trailer for a new show called Twisted Metal, and it's on the Peacock original. I actually just started watching it last night, you know, and it's pretty good for the most part. It's kind of comical. I kind of fell asleep because I was exhausted, but I'm gonna start watching some more of it. But just judging by like the first couple episodes, man, you know, it says a lot. And this show is actually, you know, inspired by a video game back in the day off of the first PlayStation. It was called Twisted Metal. You know, it was like a demolition racing game. It was pretty fun. It was one of my favorite games growing up. But in this show, it shows you pretty much a dystopian, you know, America, man, a dystopian society in America where pretty much everybody is you know, put into certain cities, okay, and in those cities you'll live, you know, a regular life. You know, everybody was pretty much, you know, happy in those cities, but outside of the cities was complete total chaos, man. And this is coming, okay. This is why they have something called 15-minute cities. Let's play some more.
The world fell to shit. Cities put up walls to protect.
It said the world fell to shit, and he said cities put up walls. All right, and now this reminded me of what you have, you know, going on about these 15-minute cities. You know, where they're saying you're gonna have everything in one city, and you're gonna and everything you need is gonna be in a 15-minute, you know, walking distance or whatever. And it actually showed you in the movie, I mean, and the show, how, you know, inside one of these cities, it was like life was continuing as normal. You know, everybody was happy. Everybody had on these bags with a smiley face on them. You know, and they was doing their daily shopping and whatnot. But outside the city, it was total mayhem and chaos, man. You know, people was killing each other, which is symbolic of what's coming to America, man. Okay, this is why they talk about 15-minute cities. This is why you have places like Hawaii getting burnt down, you know, which that was all, you know, a damn, you know, a part of this man's plan. You know, it's a lot of people talking about how they were seeing beams come from the heavens, you know, and pretty much fall upon that place and burning houses and cars, and just the way that fire was moving, man, that was Where there's a spirit in fire, man, and the Lord had a spirit of death angel in that fire. You had people's houses and people inside their cars and dogs and animals that got burnt to a crisp. Okay, but also too with these train derailments that was going on, and it was putting toxic chemicals in the water. Which forced people out of their their country, homes, and the homes in the country to these cities, man. They had to take refuge in these cities. And the same thing happened in Hawaii, where people that were living there, are now homeless and stuff, and they pushing you into these cities. All right, so I just took the spiritual benefits from this movie. Also, you had a lot of cannibalism going on too, man. They showed you the particular characters that was, they called them butchers, and they was eating people. Okay, they would find you and they would fucking lather you up and marinate you in different sauces like teriyaki sauce and whatnot and lemon pepper and then they was eating people, man. Okay, so this is the time we coming into in America. So let's go here. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 14. It says, "Woe, which means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." So violence, man. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So it's gonna be a lot of violence going on, man. Okay, a lot of people, killing each other, taking what each other have, and they show you a great example of that in this show. If you got, if somebody saw you, outside these cities, then there was, a damn fight to the death. And here in America, obviously, they got guns. So these people had guns and they had cars, and they was, shooting at each other, driving and blowing each other up, kind of like the video game. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand against another and fight against another, and swords in their hands." Now, people had in this movie, people didn't only have weapons in their hands, but they had them strapped to their cars. It's total Mad Max shit going on, man. And that's what's coming to America. America is about to be a dystopian society. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and of course their actions shall stand in their power." Because America is going to be broken down. Okay, and all you're going to have is these particular cities where, things are still going, like normal. But for the most part, a lot of this shit gonna be torn down, man. Majority of America is going to be in ruins, okay? And that's gonna be the no man lands, all right? The main character, he said that he had never seen a baby before. It was happened about 20 years ago, so he said he was about around that age, but he was saying how he had never seen a baby before, man. So the things that we see now. And life as you know it is about to change drastically, and Esau knows this. All right, so it says this is the point, verse 17. "And a man shall desire to go into a city, it shall not be able." And it showed you in this show that even the main character, who was delivering things from city to city, he wasn't even allowed to go in the cities. Okay, he couldn't even go in, and they finally I didn't want to give the story too much, but they finally allowed him to go in one city or whatever. Because the ruler of the city wanted, needed him to deliver something for him, and obviously, or not obviously, but of course it was a woman. It was a woman. It was he said an intimidating looking white woman. So that shows you that this is America for sure. But it says "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." So this is the time we're coming into, man. Okay, well, if men are going to be afraid, how much more women and children? It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation." And in the movie, he actually linked up with a Northern Kingdom woman, and she was a bit mouthy or whatever, but you know how they got to put the woman in a lead position over the man. But that's when I kind of started dozing off. But for the most part, like I said, I'm gonna watch it again. I may even start it all over again just so I can, see what I missed. But yeah, it says, verse 19, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation." Okay, and that's the time we're coming into. It's gonna be lack of bread, And they showed you in this movie, it was, people was eating each other, man. Verse 26, it says, "For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction." So if you ain't right, the Lord going to lead you right to death and destruction. It says, "For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him." Right? So you had, a lot of chaos and death and destruction in these, outside these cities. All right, now let's go here to verse 56. It says, "Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief." So these Edomites and these other nations, they gonna have to go through what we had to go through, the siege and whatnot. They gonna go through all that too, man. It says, "Thy children shall die of hunger," and that's why the men have never seen a baby before, because the babies was either dying of hunger or was getting, eaten, man. In a time of, chaos, women and children, especially, babies, are, preyed upon, man. It says, "Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword." Getting put to death, getting shot, stabbed. It says, "Thy city shall be broken down." You see? So the cities got broken down, man. Particular cities got broken down, and then they created these other cities. Like they had I forgot what they called it. I think they called it San Francisco 2 or something like that. The second San Francisco, But so that mean that the previous San Francisco was a fucking cesspool. The previous San Francisco, was torn down, and then they had, built up a second San Francisco, where different stuff was going on. But particular cities like Chicago, she told him he had to go to Chicago. He was like, "Oh hell no, I ain't trying to, I'm good," because these particular towns were fucking, what to get to these particular towns. But the towns were not the same, but also to get to them, it was, hell in between. It says, you should definitely go watch this movie. I had this, I had to subscribe to it. It was like $6 a month or whatever. I think I'm gonna cancel it after a while. But it got some pretty good movies on there. It says, "Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword." So your children are gonna die of hunger, and you're gonna be, killed. It says, "Thy city should be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field." Okay, so you're gonna see people getting put to death left and right, like how they showed you in this particular show. It says, "They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and they that and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, for the very hunger of bread and thirst of water." So the time we coming into, it's gonna be a lack of food and bread and water. So people ain't gonna be able to go to the store or go to a restaurant. No. You gonna be the damn store and the restaurant, man. People was literally hunting each other down just to eat one another, man. Okay? So they don't put this in the movies for nothing. Okay? Let me grab this right now, close out, gotta get back to work. But I just want to touch on this. I had to do my little review or commentary on this show, and I heard about it last week from my coworker, but I wanted to watch it first before I did a video on it. So here we are. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10. "The city of confusion is broken down." Let me go up, verse 1. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. "Behold, Yahawah maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof." You see, so that's what's coming. This place is gonna be made empty. People gonna be scattered. Scripture talk about how it shall be 10, 5 to 10 people left in the city, roughly paraphrasing. So imagine you in a particular city that got destroyed and didn't get built back up. It's gonna be like Mad Max town down there, and it might be you and 5 other people in that particular town. Everybody else dead or scattered. It says, verse 10, "The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in." So that's the time we're coming into. Man, ain't gonna be no more stores, roaming about aimlessly, shopping and stuff. All that shit gonna be done away with. It says, "There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction." Right? So that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be, ain't gonna be no more cities, and if there is a city, it's gonna be left in desolation, man. Which really, this city's already on the way there. You got, you know, these drugs going on, people, you know, zombified on the streets, but it's gonna get worse, you know, and the people gonna start eating each other, you know. It's about to get nasty out here, man. You gonna need the Lord on your side, you know. And I remember, my woman actually told me the dream she had where, you know, it was around that, you know, the end times or whatever, and you know, people was, you know, acting crazy and shit. And she said I had to beat the shit out of somebody, and it had went viral. You know, if somebody had filmed it and it went viral. You know, so the time we coming into, you gonna have to be a man. You know, you may have to beat a motherfucker ass. You may have to kill somebody. You know, it's gonna be total chaos out here, man. You know, so don't be simple. You know, you can't be weak-minded. You can't be run behind no damn woman. You know, the times we coming into, brothers, the woman are gonna run behind you. But that takes you being a man first and foremost, man. You know, in order to survive these times we coming into, the Lord said, gird up thy loins like men. You know, show yourselves men. All right. So the time is coming where we all about to be tested. We all about to be put, you know, in that trying period, and you want to make sure that you done take advantage of this knowledge that you have gotten so freely, man. But that's the point. I pray this has been edifying to those for elect. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Baba Ball. I'm gonna play this back, and yeah, man, definitely go watch the show. You know, it's I thought it was, you know, maybe I'll rate it a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10. I don't know. I didn't really get into it much as I would liked, but there were certain parts that was definitely spiritual, man. So Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Baba Ball.
20 years ago, the world fell to shit. Cities put up walls to protect themselves and threw the criminals out so they could fight over what was left. But there are humble motherfuckers like me delivering cargo from one walled city to another. And that's where the cars and guns come in.
Give me the package, man!
So if I'm here, then the exit is... Oh, they have a Foot Locker. Oh, son of a...
Welcome to New San Francisco. I want to hire you. Pick up a package, bring it back. I can make your every wish come true. So, John, what do you wish for?
Toilet paper, 2-ply.
I think I can do better.
I noticed he said toilet paper because you know how that demic had people freaking out over toilet paper. So yeah, man, he said 3-ply. You know, so certain things that you take for granted now is gonna be, you know, a damn commodity in that day. You know, things that you don't really, you know. And when the time comes when ain't no stores, to find something as simple as toilet paper is gonna be a blessing. Okay, you saw how happy he was. Let it be the place.
3-ply?
All right, Evelyn, let's deliver this package.
It's rude not to introduce yourself before pulling the gun on
If you put the gun down, I'll drop you off as close as I can to where you're going.
She's quiet. She don't talk
Motherfucker, eat shit.
much.
You have no idea what's out here. Even the people trying to bring the law back are dangerous.
This is our land. These are our roads.
And you're gonna have to go through Vegas. You both know who rules Vegas, John.
Hi, everybody.
I've never seen anyone cut off a human head and catch it as good as that.
This is gonna be fun. Peekaboo.
This never happened to me before. Really? Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my God. It's DMV. What's down the red line?
Probably not gonna get man. We gonna get to that point, but Shalom.